we were discussing the verification of Green's theorem for a plane. In the last lecture, we had taken this example and we have already done the first part, that is this part, surface integral over L, del f2 del x minus del f1 del y dx dy equal to 9 pi, number 1. This is a statement of the Green's theorem. Now, I recall the statement which states that if R be a closed region in xy plane whose boundary C consists of finitely many smooth curves, and if f1 xy and f2 xy be functions that are continuous and have continuous partial derivatives del f1 del y and del f2 del x everywhere in some domain containing R, then surface integral over R del f2 del x minus del f1 del y dx dy will be equal to line integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy, where the integration is taken along the entire boundary C of R such that R is on the left as we advance in the direction of integration, that is in the anti-clockwise direction. So we had taken this example to verify the statement of this Green's theorem for a plane. To verify Green's theorem for the function f1 equal to y square minus 7y, f2 equal to 2xy plus 2x, and close curve the circle x square plus y square equal to 1, which is a circle whose center is origin 0 0 and radius is 1. We have already proved surface integral over R del f2 del x minus del f1 del y dx dy equal to 9 pi. In the last part, that is the part of previous lecture S2 6.3. Now we want to establish this part is also equal to 9 pi. Now it remains to show that in line integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy is equal to 9 pi. This we want to establish, this we want to prove. The parametric equation of the circle x square plus y square equal to 1 is RT equal to 1 e to power, this is actually radius, this is R e to power e times e to power it, because here the circle is x square plus y square equal to 1, x equal to 1 cos theta, y equal to 1 into sin theta, because radius is 1. So its parametric representation is RT equal to 1 times e to power it, and e to power it will be cos t plus I sin t, and in terms of ordered pair representation of this complex number, this can be represented in the form of ordered pair cos t sin t, this complex number. Then R dash t will be equal to minus sin t cos t, its derivative with respect to t. On circle C we have f1 is y square minus 7y, this is x, this is y. So y square, that is sin square t, y square is sin square t, minus 7y, that is minus 7t, and f2 is 2xy plus 2x, x is our cos t, so it is 2 sin t cos t plus 2 cos t. So these are f1 and f2. Then what will happen to integral over C, line integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy, we are simply substituting values of f1 and f2 in this integration. So this integral over C, this can be expressed in this form first. We can write it as the f1 dx dt dt plus f2 dy dt dt, that is equal to integral over C f1 x dash plus f2 y dash dt, where x dash y dash are these derivatives. X dash stands for dx dt, y dash stands for dy dt. Or integral over C f1 dx plus f2 dy, now we are converting it into definite integration. So it will be integral 0 to 2 pi, theta varies from 0 to 2 pi because it is a closed circle. Integral 0 to 2 pi f1, this is f1 sin square t minus 7 sin t, x dash t, x dash, this is x dash, x is our cos t, so x dash will be minus sin t, this is x dash, plus 2 times f2 dy, and f2 is 2xy plus 2x, that is 2 times sin t cos t plus cos t. So it is 2 times sin t cos t plus cos t, and y dash, y is sin t, so y dash will be cos t dt. On simplification and bifurcation, we shall get minus times integral 0 to 2 pi sin cube t dt plus 7 times integral 0 to 2 pi sin square t dt plus 2 times integral 0 to 2 pi cos square t sin t dt plus 2 times integral 0 to 2 pi cos square t dt. These two integrations will be 0. These are simple integrations. We can find it easily. We are here writing the direct values. Its value will be 0. Its value will also be 0. This value will be pi, so it is 7 pi, and this value will be pi, so it will be 2 pi. So finally we get 7 pi plus 2 pi, that is equal to 9 pi. So hence from 1 and 2 we have surface integral over L or del f2 del x minus del f1 del y dx dy equal to integral over c f1 dx plus f2 dy. The purpose is to establish Cauchy theorem, or this is also called Cauchy's fundamental theorem. The statement of the theorem is, let D be a simply connected region and let fz be single valued continuously differentiable function on D, that is f dash z exists and is continuous at each point of D, then the line integral over c fz dz equal to 0, where c is any closed contour contained in D. This is the statement of the theorem, Cauchy's fundamental theorem. Here the region is D. This is the diagram of the theorem. This is the region D, which is simply connected region. We have already defined simply connected region. It is a region in which every closed curve can be shrunk to a point without passing out the region. So this is simply connected region D, and fz be single valued continuously differentiable. Continuously differentiable means that f dash z exists. It is differentiable and is continuous. This f dash z is continuous. So fz is single valued continuously differentiable function on D, that is f dash z exists and is continuous at each point of D. Then integral over c, line integral over c fz dz will be equal to 0, where c is any closed contour contained in D. This is the c, this is closed contour contained in D. Proof: if pxy, qxy, del p del y, del q del x are all continuous functions within D, and if c is any closed contour in D as shown in this diagram, then by Green's theorem for a plane we can write integral over line integral over c p dx plus q dy equal to surface integral over D of del q del x minus del p del y dx dy. Number 1. Here we have taken p in place of f1, q in place of f2. So integral over c p dx plus q dy will be equal to the surface integral over r. Here r is D, so it is surface integral over D del q del x. This f2 is q, so it is del q del x, and f1 is p, so minus del p del y dx dy. This directly follows from Green's theorem, which we have already verified by example, Green's theorem for a plane. So by Green's theorem we can write it in this form: line integral over c p dx plus q dy equal to surface integral over D del q del x minus del p del y dx dy. Number 1. Let fz equal to vxy plus I times vxy. Suppose number 2. Then we can write the line integral over c of fz dz equal to integral over c u dx minus v dy plus I times integral over c v dx plus u dy, by simply putting the values of fz and dz. Z is x plus iy, so dz will be dx plus I dy. So on bifurcation in terms of real and imaginary part, we can write directly it in the form integral over c u dx minus v dy plus I times integral over c v dx plus u dy, which we have already established in the previous theorem. By Cauchy-Riemann equations, they are all established results. Ux equal to vy and uy equal to minus vx. Suppose number 4, this is number 3, this is number 4. From 2, its derivative f dash z, we can write it ux plus I times vx. This is also established result. We can write f dash z in terms of partial derivatives of x as ux plus I times vx, and from by using Cauchy-Riemann equations, ux will be vy and vx will be minus uy. So in terms of partial derivative y, this will be equal to vy minus I times uy. So point number 5. Since fz is continuously differentiable, it follows from 4 that ux, vx, uy, vy are all continuous, all exist and are continuous. Ux, uy, vx, vy are all exist and are continuous indeed. Thus all the conditions of Green's theorem are satisfied. This is the statement of the Green's theorem. So now we can apply Green's theorem for fz. Thus all the conditions of Green's theorem are satisfied, hence we have from 2, this 2, we can write it line integral over c of dz equal to surface integral over d minus del u del x minus del u del y minus del v del x minus del u del y dx dy. How it follows? Here it is del f2 del x, f2 is our cube. So what will happen? It is del q del x minus del p del y. So q will be minus del v del x, that is del q del x. This will be minus del v del x, and p is u. This is p, this is our q. So it is del v, del q del x means del v del x, and it is minus, because here it is u dx minus v dy. So we get surface integral over d, the value of 2. On substitution we get minus del v del x minus del u del y dx dy plus I times surface integral over d del u del x minus del v del y. Okay, so it is equal to surface integral over d minus del v del x plus del v del x. This follows from this. Uy is equal to minus vx, so it will be plus vx del v del x dx dy plus I times surface integral over d del u del x is del v del y, because ux is equal to vy, this is ux, so it is equal to vy, so it is del v del y minus del v del y. So plus minus this will be 0, so this is 0 plus I times 0, that is equal to 0. Hence the theorem. Okay, thank you.